It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.
The EP Podcast out right now at a rehearsal for a brand new play that is going to be coming to the area. Glenn Panuski with me. What's going on behind me here? What are these kids getting ready for?
This is the Recreation Department Candlelight Theater Youth Ensemble production of Disney's High School Musical Junior, which opens up Friday, this coming Friday, at 7:30. We got two performances on Saturday, a 3 o'clock and a 7:30, and then we close on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So it's like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, it's really quick.
Basically, I mean, this time Sunday we'll be done.
Right. I mean, think about that. I mean, we're talking just days before this episode comes out, so we can get this out in advance of the performances, so everybody can get out here and see it. These kids are towards the end of rehearsals, right? Like, this is one of the big ones. This is the last one.
This is Tech Sunday.
Okay.
And then we've got dress rehearsals on Tuesday and Thursday, and then we open up on Friday.
How much of a time commitment is it for these kids?
We had the auditions on July 15th.
Wow.
We had about 32 kids come out. And what we did with a lot of the leads is double cast them. So the Troy, Gabrielle, a few other parts are double cast just to give, so that way those performers each get two performances.
Right.
So, one of the bigger things that we've attempted over here, and they sound darn good. So,
and we're in the community center. Give the address for this location again.
The performances are in the auditorium of the Evergreen Park Senior Center.
Senior Center, that's correct.
9547 South Holman. That's where the productions are. Tickets you can get at the community center.
Tickets you get at the community center.
3450 West 97.
But then this stage
and
here,
online too.
This stage here at the senior center. I mean, first of all, it's beautiful. It's set up perfectly. What was this? This used to be a church.
It was the old Evergreen Park Christian Reformed Church, and then I want to say in 2008, 2009, they merged with a bunch of other churches. This building became available. The village purchased it, got a grant to sink in for it to be a senior center. So there are senior activities here. Lunches, exercise classes. They all like to stay downstairs, though. So this room became available, and because I had a theater background...
And this is acoustically perfect. I mean, think about it. It's a church, right?
It's taken us... We started in 2014, and we've had to add a lot of embellishment in here as far as to cut down. It was very bouncy sound when we first came in. So, we've added things. It's not perfect. This is not the Goodman Theater, but we make it work.
It's a really neat space, though.
Yeah, this is right.
And you can hear it while we're sitting here talking, like how the audio kind of carries through the room. And it's wonderful. And these kids back here working their butts off getting ready for this performance. How many in total in this ensemble?
I want to say, if you include the double cast people, I think we got 32 kids in this cast.
And the double cast kids, they're also going to be performing, right? They have certain nights they're on?
On the nights that they are not on, they are working backstage.
Okay.
So, we still have some.
But it's a big team effort.
Oh yeah,
big team effort.
A big team effort with 4 people running it.
Well, the funny thing is, like, when you come on the show and you talk about like these performances, I always just imagine you're directing, you're running you're more of like you're supervising the thing. But you have a director back there running things. I have a director here because this, a lot of times I do direct this one because I wanted to be able to concentrate on other things. I did bring in a director who's had more experience with the youth theater shows. We're running like a well-oiled machine here. So that's awesome.
Brianna Mooney is our choreographer. She's done a great job. Kathy Diamond is our music director, done a great job. Allison Pater is our director. She's been phenomenal. And then, there's our backstage people, Tim Broniak, Sandy Stacy. Sandy does everything. She's knitting costumes. She's gathering props. She's going to run our box office. She'll probably wind up running our concession stand here. So, and these are all volunteers. So.
And what's amazing is you should get big crowds for this. I mean, I've already seen some of the practice. I think this is going to be just a big weekend coming up here.
Right, yeah. We'll be and the thing is, these Broadway Junior shows are only run an hour. So you throw in an intermission, 20 minutes, so, you're in and out of here pretty quick.
It's a quick, fun thing to do,
as you can hear behind me, it's all bouncy and, and just, you're going to go out tapping your feet.
All right. Once again, the dates and times and how you get the tickets.
The 26th at 7:30, that's a Friday. The 27th is a 3 o'clock and a 7:30, that's a Saturday. And then Sunday, the 28th is at 3 o'clock. You can get the tickets at the community center. You can also go online. If you go on our website, evergreenpark-ill.com, we've got a link there there's a little QR code you can follow, for a credit card.
Awesome.
You can do it from the comfort of your living room.
Kathy Diamond is the music director of this production. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you, Chris?
Good. Welcome back to the EP podcast. It's been a while.
Thank you. It has been a while.
Yeah. And how did you get looped into this?
Well, I've been music director for most of the shows for the last couple of years, especially the youth musicals.
Yeah.
So Glenn just wanted me back, and I said, all right.
What is the key to working with, teens, kids, and getting them to sing? Because it's hard to get them to get that voice loud and project that. How do you get them to do that?
It is hard to do that.
Are you just begging a lot?
It's keeping their focus a lot of times is the problem. But I think doing fun warm-ups and fundamental warm-ups and explaining why we're doing them and what they help them, how that particular warm-up helps them, it gets them engaged and they start thinking more about how to produce the right sound, And then there's always the, your grandparents are here and they need to be able to hear you, so you have to be louder, please, kind of a thing. But, I think it's just keeping them engaged and doing warm-ups that they find fun. And some of them have movements that they do with the warm-up, and that helps. I always try to get their bodies moving along with the music, because when you're doing a musical, you have to be able to sing and not lose and move.
You have to do it all.
Right, and you have to not lose those words. I mean, as they're learning, it's always like one step forward, two steps back kind of a thing. It's like, they'll learn the song, they'll be really strong on the song, then they learn the choreography, and then you lose a little of the song. That's natural. As long as you keep building it, it comes back. And I think that's the way the process has gone for this show. It's a very talented group of kids, and they're all working together really hard. And we talk to them a lot about supporting each other and that this is a team, and we consider ourselves a family here at EP Theater. And, anytime we have somebody new, we welcome them. We have a lot of new kids this year, and that's been great. It's great for our program, and it's good for them to work with people they haven't worked with before and learn how to do that and make friends and not just go off with their group. So.
Now, Glenn was telling me you casted this back in July.
We did.
So when you're casting this, what are you looking for in a musical? What's more important, somebody that remembers their lines or somebody that is not afraid to project? Because I would wonder, there's like a back and forth there. You might have somebody that's really good at remembering everything that they have to do, and they speak like a mouse.
Yeah,
and then you have somebody that's really, really loud and like commands the stage, and they're constantly going, line? Like they're not sure.
Well, at some point, they have to learn those lines.
Right.
So, and when we're casting a musical, we're looking for kids who have energy and bring excitement to what they're singing. We assume they're going to get the lines.
Yeah.
Because you can have them audition reading a scene, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are good at memorizing lines. But that's just one of those things that we tell them, you have to do that every day, and the only way to do that is to say, okay, today we're off book. You can call for lines today, but next time you can't call for lines.
Right.
And they get it. They do. They eventually get it. They have to get it. So I think when we have the auditions, we are looking for kids who can put a lot of energy out there and who have a nice singing voice, but it doesn't have to be, we don't expect trained singers. And that's part of these kinds of musicals, is to help them build those skills. Some of them have been in choirs or taking voice lessons or whatever, and that's fine. But that's not the main thing.
Not a needed thing, not a necessary
absolutely
thing.
Not. Absolutely not.
If somebody wanted to get involved. And
we want everybody that wants to get involved to be a part of our shows. We really do. There's a lot of young kids that have a lot of talent, and they need to have a place to put that. Not everybody is an athlete. That's part of what this show's about. Or not everybody is a brainiac or whatever, but everybody has some special talent or some skill, and you can develop that here.
And is that really the whole point of this? I mean, I think that you're kind of getting to the point of what the entire theater group is about. The idea of giving an alternative to kids that are in the neighborhood, to give them some kind of an outlet, and then you kind of entertain people as well. But it is an outlet for these kids.
Absolutely, Chris. It really is. And they develop friendships here. I mean, some of them come because their friend has been in shows or because their friend is auditioning. That's fine. But they make other friends, and we really encourage that. And I think it's important. It builds community within the community. You know.
What can people expect this weekend? Like, what if you could pump up the show? If you could tell them, get out here. There's a reason you want to come and see this. We're going to clean up this noise in the background here with the audio. We promise. But like, what? It's just practice. What would you tell people?
They are going to have so much fun.
Yeah.
They are going to have so much fun watching these kids enjoy themselves and putting their best foot and their best voice forward, because it's a fun show. It's a show about encouraging kids to be themselves and be accepted, and they're having fun while they're doing it, and you will have fun watching them, I guarantee.
Thank you so much. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
And I'm sitting with the director, Allie Painter. We finally got an intermission, and I hope I have not been disturbing you too much doing this.
Oh, not at all. Thanks so much for being here today.
Are you excited? Coming up this weekend, it's going to be a big deal. There's a lot of buzz over it. I heard about it towards the end of this past week, where people are like, you got to get out there, you got to see them practicing, you got to see the space that they're going to be in. And Glenn told me he's expecting crowds this coming weekend for this. Are you excited?
Yes, very excited. And the kids have been working so hard and doing such a wonderful job. The show is double cast, so we have two casts, a red cast and a yellow cast that are each have two performances, but so much talent, and I'm so happy these kids have the opportunity to show off all of their amazing talents.
Yeah, Glenn mentioned to me, because I was giving him a hard time, I'm like, I thought you were directing this thing. He's like, no, I got Allie to do it. He told me, though, you specialize in these youth productions and things like that. What is he talking about? Like, what is the difference between a youth production and maybe one with older people?
Yeah, great question. So the youth productions are usually usually about an hour compared to the 2.5 hour adult musicals. They usually have some songs that are like cut from it or condensed just into that hour. That makes it really great for young performers who have experience, but also young performers that this may be their first experience on stage. So these shows are really, really great educational tool, as well as just growing in their talents and confidence.
Now, this is High School Musical Junior.
Yes.
But you got to assume that some of these kids have actually watched High School Musical. So do you ever run into something where they look at you and they go, well, this isn't what happened in the movie? Like, does that happen?
Yes, there's a few songs in here that are not in the movie, or there's some where they're like, oh, this song is in the movie but not in the show. Right. So there's definitely some differences in the stage play versus the original movie, but we kind of just talked about what the stage play differences are, but also the same story is being told.
Well, I've been watching this rehearsal, and it's really organized, and I always think that, like, anytime that you're dealing with kids, teens, you know, everybody's got emotions there that you don't know what happened to them the day before they got in there or anything else like that. It may be hard to keep everybody on track, but these kids are on track. How do you do that?
Yeah, so I think just being organized from the start, and I love spreadsheets, and I love a nice Google Doc. So I usually just from the beginning kind of have a rehearsal schedule of what we're going to be doing, who's called, and I also just try to do it where we're doing parts at a time and then putting it all together. So that way we have plenty of runs before the show, plenty of time to try different things out, and making sure that the kids feel prepared for opening night.
It's going to be a big weekend. You got a bunch of shows. You got some with the main cast, some with the secondary cast. Like you said, it's double casted. And you're going to have a lot of people coming out here. There may be family members just excited to see their kids, but you're going to also get people that are going to come out to just see this show, maybe bring their own kids, their own families to it. What can they expect this weekend?
I think they can expect just a fun show, no matter which cast. Like, both casts are so wonderful, and like I said, each cast has 2 shows, and just I think they can expect just some fun music and just a really great story and some great choreography. And I think just seeing kids on stage having so much fun being able to show their talents.
And it's quick too. That's what everybody has mentioned that as they sat down in that chair that you're in. It's about an hour. I mean, it's got a little intermission in the middle of it. It's sometimes I get worried. I go to a play. I go, oh, is this a 3-hour affair? Do I need to prep myself for this? It seems like something you can kind of do, and then you still go out to dinner afterwards or whatever you're going to do.
Yes, absolutely. And even with intermission, if the show's at 7:30, you should be out by 8:45.
Wow.
Or 8:20. Or no, wait, 8:45, 9ish. Yes.
I'm going to hold her to that.
Yes, I think so.
You're directing it. She's directing it now. She has to get it done in that amount of time. You've made guarantees on this show.
Well, live theater, you never know. Whether, technical or things like that, but estimated.
Allie Painter, she's the director. Again, you get those tickets over at the community center. There's 4 shows this weekend coming up. Definitely go get your tickets, show up here, and enjoy this really, really nice space. This must be fun to do a play in here.
Yes, it's wonderful, and everything you could need for the shows.
Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, thank you.
It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.